Previously recorded.
Today we present a special Best of Money Chat Now with Larry Steinhaus. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show because it's time for the Best of Money Chat Now with your host, Larry Steinhaus.
And welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics behind the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhaus. Today is Monday, April 4th, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio, 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and maybe YouTube. I don't know. They keep knocking me off, so who knows. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and other social media by searching Larry Steinhaus. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to try to subscribe to the YouTube channel, I don't know, and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and please say hi so I know you're watching. Hey, Charles, you're the first person to check in. Thank you. By the way, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and of course you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. And there you will learn about real estate investing, you will learn about stock options trading, and you'll learn about it from those who do it every day. Hey, Lewis, how are you, my friend? Thank you for watching. All right. Do you remember when Disney was all about making people happy? Look, Disneyland's trademark slogan was the happiest place on earth, while Disney World was the most magical place on earth, and on top of that, the slogan for all the Disney parks was where dreams come true. Well, it appears that Disney Corporation has found itself in the midst of a dilemma. They've gone from the happiest place on earth to the gayest place on earth. It appears the employees at Disney have decided their woke agenda is more important than jobs or the people who visit their park. The woke crowd has infiltrated Disney like a cancer. For those who haven't heard the term or still struggle with the term woke, Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines it as an alert to injustice in society, especially racism. I'm woke, oh! Well, the woke crowd, the people who tore down statues, fired Aunt Jemima and fired Uncle Ben, and even took the Indian off Land O'Lakes, are demanding that children be allowed to be exposed to the left-wing porn syndication. Let's bring you back to the beginning of all the trouble. Ron DeSantis, the last great American governor, recently passed a bill, which was the HB 1557, known to the ignorant as the Don't Say Gay bill, which basically keeps teachers from teaching or indoctrinating children about gender identity and sexual orientation in kindergarten through third grade. My nickname for this bill would be the Let Children Be Children bill. Most children in third grade are more concerned about what school supplies they need for school and remembering their homework than thinking about chopping off their private parts to become another gender. These children from 5 to 9 years old should not be taught about sex or sexual orientation. They're too impressionable at that age. The bill, which was actually called the Parental Rights and Education Bill, which simply states that parents should be in charge of what their children are exposed to. And this includes things like critical race theory and sexual orientation. Yes, parents who oppose this bill, go right ahead and teach your children anything you want, but just don't expose my children to it or other people's children to it. That's what the bill states. So getting back to Disney and the woke employees, Disney employees, at least the woke ones, are demanding this bill be overturned. Along with that, they're also demanding that Disney have at least 50% of their movies with gay couples and characters, including trans and gender reassigned people. I mean, what the hell? What happens? Woody chops off his Woody? I don't understand. The new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, promised to work to overturn Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis' so-called which they're calling it the Don't Say Gay Bill, and apologize to the LBQDQQRQXRIYZ anyway community for not being a stronger ally in the fight for equal rights. Evil rights, yeah, that actually makes sense. Who the hell does he think he is? He's going to overturn the bill? Go back to making Disney a happy place again. Stop being a left-wing liberal woke Democrat. Are you trying to please your employees, your stockholders, or yourself? Because you're losing on all fronts with this action. He didn't say anything while the bill was being presented. He only made a statement that his employees when his employees decided to walk off the job recently to protest the bill. Walk off the job? This is Disney World, not the government. Well, the woke crowd and the ridiculous statement of the new woke CEO is having repercussions on the company. Many families are now boycotting Disney, canceling Disney Plus, and will no longer expose their children to the propaganda machine called Disney. Major Disney shareholders are getting angry. Ray Keating, an economist and editor of Disney Biz Journal, said when companies dive into politics, it rarely turns out well. Well, here's a suggestion for Disney CEO Bob Chapek, he said. Get back to business, that is, excellence in storytelling, and stop wasting shareholders' money on political crusades that have nothing to do with Disney's business, is what he said. Well, this is certainly no longer a Mickey Mouse company. It has become a company of indoctrination and propaganda. Walt Disney is probably turning over in his grave, unless, of course, the rumor of his cryogenic body is true. Then his blood is boiling and he will soon defrost. Well, as the country starts to put the brakes on the agenda of the woke, Disney will be leading the woke crowd. The stock has been falling since the time of all this happened. However, I got to be honest with you, I don't see it as a direct correlation between the two yet. We may see that happen in the next few weeks. And once again, as a stock options trader, watch this to happen because it's actually an opportunity to buy the stock. Eventually, it'll be forgotten like everything else that gets forgotten in this world. It's so many things we've forgotten. And these are the things that led us to this problem that we are in history right now anyway. It's unbelievable. So I told you yesterday that Elon Musk bought a majority share of Twitter. Well, after the announcement yesterday, he's already starting to make changes to the platform. How many have you written a beautifully worded tweet, hit the tweet button, and watched in horror as it tweeted your spelling mistake or autocorrected the wrong word? I do it all the time when I post on Facebook. Sometimes I have to go back and edit it 3 times after I realize I left a word out or put a comma in the wrong place. Commas. I never know where to put them. Look. Like now, do I put one after now or like? I don't know. Never mind. All right. By the way, what is never mind? Is never mind 2 words or 1 word? See what I mean? Anyway, you get the point. I need to edit my post. Well, Twitter has no such button. Once you tweet your tweet, it tweeted, and you can't go back and fix any errors you might have typed. I'm thinking these spelling errors would be more fun for you to read than for me to try to say them. So I'm chuckling inside as I read them. Did I really write that this morning? Am I in that much pain? I don't even know you guys know. I'm in pain from my bad back, and I'm writing these really bad jokes. That's a really bad joke. So I'm chuckling inside as I read them. Strike that from the record here. Oh, I guess you can't. All right, getting back to Titter and Musk. Sounds like it could be a cop show. That was just another spelling error, wasn't it? Well, yesterday Musk tweeted a survey asking the respondents if they wanted an edit button. He even made fun of the question by misspelling the words yes and no in the survey. And it's really funny. The results were in, and 75% of the respondents voted yes, or should I say YSE. Musk also, by the way, if you guys didn't know, he was voted into the board of directors, and I'm looking forward to seeing the changes in the company that he's going to bring. Really good idea. And it seems like many airlines are as frustrated with the mask mandates as the passengers. Look, I mentioned last week that all of the airlines wrote to President Braindead about removing the mandate for masks in, the safest place in the sky for oxygen, where the filters work harder than any other filtration system in the planet except maybe the filtration system that turns toilet water into drinking water. Now there's a visual for you. Anyway, in 11 more days, the mandate is supposed to end. Now, I do have to say that the last time I started this countdown, within hours, the geriatric patient in the White House announced he was extending it again. Maybe we should get him a mask from Mike Lindell. You know what I mean, a mask from Mike Lindell? Yeah, we could call it the Biden pillow. Anyway, as you may know, there have been an uprising in violence on airplanes over masks and mask mandates. The people have been fed up with it for a long time, and many revolted. In 2021, nearly 3 out of 4 unruly passenger reports were related to mask compliance, according to the FAA. All right, here's an interesting fact about the people who were non-compliant and let the world know it by being filmed or otherwise becoming famous for not wearing a mask on a plane. You would expect some bad things would happen to these people. Well, check it out. The fines for being an unruly passenger can be as high as $37,000. However, these fines, it turns out, are judgment-proof. In other words, no one will pay them anyway. The serious offenses like hitting a flight attendant, well, that would be considered assault, and that's what most of these people went to jail for. Here's another thought. Are we going to have the pro-maskers complaining that they're sitting next to someone on a plane who isn't wearing a mask? All I know is the next time I'm in an airport or on a plane, sitting next to someone wearing a mask, I'm going to blow in their direction. I think we definitely need more HIPAA in this world. Oh, and arrest Fauci and let's go Brandon. Rah!
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhaus, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask your one burning question to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call today for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited, so what are you waiting for? Call in today or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Will it ever end? Will it ever end? I mean, not the coronavirus. We already know that that's never going to end, especially because Dr. Frodsky himself said yesterday that we will need to live with this virus forever. Unbelievable. You know, no, Dr. Frodsky, we've been getting colds since the beginning of time. And this is just another of the version of a cold, and yes, we will continue to get them forever. So what is it that will never end? The idiotic responses to the attempt to control the virus. Well, the COVIDiots are at it again. Philadelphia just became the first city to reinstate mask mandates because, as they claim, cases are rising. First of all, dullards in government, if you really believe this is a problem and you really believe that masks work, and we all know they don't, but if they really believe that they work, then why are they reinstating mask mandates on a future date? That's right, the COVIDiots in Philadelphia are so concerned with the virus and how you will catch this cold because you aren't wearing a mask that as of next Monday, you know, the day after Easter, when all are gathering in churches and homes, you will need to wear a mask indoors. Unbelievable, right? So here come the sheep back to wearing a mask because their mayor said they should, not because there's science to it, not because the science can back it up, not because the CDC says you should wear one, not even because the famous liar of them all, Dr. Frodsky, says you should wear one, because a mayor with a Nazi fetish wants to control the population. Well, Mayor Kenny, maybe you should make bulletproof vests mandatory in Philadelphia. You know, that at least has science to it. Yes, did you know that a bullet can't penetrate a bulletproof vest? Well, at least a standard bullet, that is, anyway. This other idiot of a prosecutor, Lenny Krasner in Philadelphia, you know, the one who tells cops that because they killed a man who was shooting at the cops, they will now be fired for defending themselves? You know, the idiot prosecutor who says let the criminals walk because it's only minor crimes when they hijacked and terrorized a motorist who was visiting Philadelphia? You know, the prosecutor who allowed over 100 people to be killed in the city so far. Yes, we need to mandate bulletproof vests in Philadelphia. By the way, I'd rather visit Ukraine than go to Philadelphia right now. I feel safer. By the way, according to a New York Times article, deaths from coronavirus are at a all-time low. I tried to do the math, but as usual, data isn't easily available. But from what I can see, and it was very difficult to put together, I couldn't get an actual number. I had to graph it, right? There are less people who died of coronavirus than died from murders in Philadelphia. So as mayor, they should mandate bulletproof vests immediately. Oh, in other news, there are only 6 more days before the other Nazi-mandated masks are required on planes. Or is it? While reading articles yesterday, I came across an article with the following. Extending mask mandates for airplanes on public transportation is still on the table, according to the White House. By the way, are we still allowed to say White House? No, not because, it might be racist, of course, right? But I think the other words, nut house, would be more appropriate. Anyway, the nuts in the house say that they're still deciding if they want to control the population of the sheep further. Yes, the safest, most circulated air ever, air on an airplane, is still the only place the virus needs to be protected from. Oh, that and, of course, Philadelphia. Please, 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 please vote these Democrat jerks out of office. Please. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Maybe that's the plan. They know midterms are coming, and they know they have to make sure that they can keep mail-in ballots coming. And we all know that turned out last time. Well, whatever they're doing, Philadelphia, you're getting what you deserve by allowing this nonsense to continue. I actually wonder if people are going to be compliant with this again. Maybe this is the ultimate test. Maybe this is the test that officials are using to see if the sheep will always be sheep. Bah! Let's talk about the marijuana bill. Hey, are you ready to get high? All right, man. Well, man, pretty soon you'll be able to do just that, man. It'll be awesome. Wow. Yeah, man. All right, on Friday, the House passed legislation that would legalize marijuana nationwide, eliminating criminal penalties for anyone who manufactures, distributes, or possesses the substance. The bill would also establish procedures for expunging previous convictions from people's records and impose a tax on the sale of cannabis products. A tax? Oh, now I get it. It's the old, if you can't beat 'em, joint 'em. The tax imposed will be a 5 to 8%, and it'll be collected at the sale of pot. By the way, Drunken Pelosi said this landmark legislation is one of the most important criminal justice reform bills in recent history. This is what she's proud of? Unbelievable. Look, it really doesn't matter if you're for or against the bill or against people smoking pot or not, but this is what she calls the most important criminal justice reform bill in recent history? By the way, Pelosi also said that the legislation would deliver justice for those harmed by the brutal, unfair consequences of criminalization, open opportunities for people to participate in the industry, and decriminalize pot at the federal level, so we don't repeat the grave mistakes of our past. Is she crazy? Oh wait, she clearly is. Look, maybe we should have her pass another one, called the Nobody Ever Goes to Jail bill. Oh wait, actually I think she already did that in California. Oh, and we're seeing how that's turning out. The woke seriously need to be awakened. Anyway, pot will soon be legal everywhere. And it was inevitable, by the way. The marijuana companies saw some stocks rise in the news, but I don't like this sector. It's down more than 70% in some of the companies, and I don't know, I'm going to kind of look at it again when sales start flowing after it becomes official, because I'm not that big of a fan of it right now. Now look, Musk is a proponent of free speech, and it could be revolutionary for the social media industry. Musk's tweets were scrutinized by regulators for years, as Musk would tweet his thoughts and feelings. Sounds like Trump, right? Yesterday, Musk tweeted his first tweet since the announcement, and although it could have been some great stuff like, let's go Brandon, he basically simply tweeted, oh, hi, LOL. So anyway, an interesting backstory is that in January, Dinesh D'Souza, an outspoken anti-liberal, anti-dictatorship, and anti-Biden writer and movie producer, told Musk in a tweet, he basically said this. He said, tweets are fine, but you could dramatically change the political and cultural landscape this way. Number one, buy and take over a major social media platform. 2, acquire or create a TV network like ABC, NBC, or CBS. Or 3, create a world-class online university and offer degrees for free. Well, that day, Musk replied to the tweet. He said, interesting ideas. Well, we have the rich elite liberals who've taken over all the media, including social media, and they use it as their propaganda machine. We may actually see that the pendulum is swinging as Musk makes a play into the media world. Maybe he should buy Disney and stop the cancel culture crap that's going on there. Heck, he could even create a real-life Buzz Lightyear that likes women instead of men. Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing what the company does with Musk as the majority shareholder. Life's going to get interesting on Twitter again. Now, if they just let Trump back in, the stock would probably skyrocket. It's pretty amazing, right? Let's go. Here we go. Let's talk about the mask mandate appeal. Yesterday, we all cheered in joyful glee that someone with a brain overturned the idiotic mask mandate on public transportation, especially airplanes. Some people who rode buses and trains were able to walk on those vehicles and see smiling faces for the first time in almost 2 years. Yes, freedom at last. Well, don't be so sure. It looks like Gestapo Joe and his minion of devil-worshipping anti-Americans and anti-constitutionalists are up to no good again. The brain-dead administration said it will likely appeal a federal judge's ruling that struck down COVID-19 mask mandates on planes and other forms of public transportation. Apparently, the Department of Justice and the communist dictatorship clowns, the CDC, disagree with the district court's decision and will appeal. The DOJ said in a statement, subject to the CDC's conclusion, that the order remains necessary for public health. Whose public health? Not mine. For my public health, the choice of whether I wear a mask concerns my mental health. Yes, I go crazy when I see people in masks. So if you wear a mask next to me, just remember I'm going to say, you're an idiot. I want to see smiling faces, not coverings that remind me of smiling feces. I was trying to make a joke referring to people who call masks face diapers. I guess sometimes I think I get up too early. Anyway, all I have to say is, America, this is your fault. If Gestapo Joe wins this appeal and you wear a mask on a plane against your will, you are a conspirator to the problem. You are a traitor. If you work for an airline and you wear that mask or force someone else to wear that one, you are also a traitor. Do not comply. And by the way, if you're visiting Philadelphia, you still have to wear a mask even in the airport. And if you do that, you're also contributing to the problem. Screw you, YouTube. I already know you're going to ban me for this segment. So when it happens, my loyal listeners can find me on Rumble. I'm already starting to move my video there, and I will let you guys know soon how to find it. I just got to figure out how to get the live stream. That's the only problem.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhaus, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask your one burning question to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call today for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited, so what are you waiting for? Call in today or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Hi, I'm Larry Steinhaus, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle to this book is Because Everything You Think You Know About Money is Wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit. I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhaus. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. If you're enjoying the show, please reach out and let us know. Don't forget, I also wanted to mention something before I went today. I had a great meeting with a couple of new students last night. I want to thank Harris and Sandra, and I know they're big fans of the show, and I know they're listening right now, so thank you so much. My name is Larry Steinhaus. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am also the CEO of Investor Schooling. Hey, if you want to come meet me tonight, go to investorschooling.com. You can sign up, and I guarantee you're going to learn something. And the first class is always complimentary. So I would definitely come tonight. Go to investorschooling.com. I want to remind you that from time to time, I own some of the assets and options discussed in the show. The opinions discussed in the show are solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. Hey, don't forget to buy my book, too. Look up Money Hacks at barnesandnoble.com and buy my book. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's make it a profitable day.